Hello, writers. This is career coach Lee Jessup coming at you with a bit of an unscheduled stop on my little video advice series. In that this is not going to be advice. This is going to be news because there was some exciting news in the industry and the screenwriting space, specifically this past week, that I wanted to share with you. You may have heard about it already. So here's a bit more information coming at you. You may not have heard about it at all. So happy to share. And here we go. This is recorded on November 23rd. It's important to get the context of it all. As we know, it's been a challenging year for the industry. We've been hearing a lot about, is the industry contracting? What is it like in the screenwriting space, in the feature space, in the TV space? We know more about contraction on the TV side, but what's happening in film? Well, this week we got some really exciting news that's really a high point to end the year on. And that is that a spec screenplay from a previously unknown writer by the name of Natan Dotan sold this past week. The screenplay is titled Alignment, and it's sold for 7 figures. Not only did it sell for 7 figures, it sold for $3 million. Now, I would have been delighted with this news had it broken and said that it sold for $500,000 from an unknown writer. I just so happen to know that this type of sale hasn't happened for a new writer in at least 2 decades, and I know this because a client of mine sold a script for $1.5 million as his first sale about 4 years ago. And that was a huge deal. So now we have this $3 million sale that came out of nowhere. It's a preemptive buy, which means it didn't go to market for a big kind of bidding war, but rather the buyer, Fifth Season, which is Endeavor Content's production arm, took it off the table with a $3 million preemptive bid. Incredibly exciting. And what it tells us is that the appetite is there for original content. And a lot of appetite, let me tell you, $3 million, not a joke. So I'm really excited about this because I think it ultimately speaks to the appetite that there is out there for said original content. It eliminates some of the questions that we've heard a lot in the past year, the past few years, about IP, intellectual property, how important it is to have underlying IP for material getting out there. Everybody loves IP. It has to be based on something. Well, this is an entirely original screenplay, and I'm sure it's a brilliant script. All the details are under lock and key, so I'm not able to give you much more than that here, other than to tell you that it's a tech thriller, to our knowledge, or an AI thriller. But this is original work. This is original work that was able to find a home very quickly. Apparently, the writer knew a couple of people in Hollywood who connected him with Untitled Entertainment, a management company, who then gave the script to Fifth Season, slipped the script, whatever terminology or whatever that looked like. And Fifth Season came back and took it off the table. So it didn't go broadly to the market for $3 million. I think that's incredibly exciting for anybody out there that is writing original content, that is looking at the market and considering whether or not there's home for original content. Of course, the industry is still looking for a specific genre. We're finding that we're in a time where horror, thriller, tech thriller, obviously, erotic thriller, broad comedy, anything kind of campy 90s throwback, romantic comedy, those sorts of things are finding homes. But in a time where we asked a lot of questions about IP and about the importance of IP, for something like this to find a home is incredibly exciting. And as I think I mentioned, I would have been thrilled had it happened for $500,000. I would have thought that was a huge triumph. And yet here we are talking about a project that sold for 7 figures from a writer who did not know anybody from Adam 2 weeks ago. So I think it's a really high note to end the year on. I think it's really exciting for anybody who's developing original content. I think it speaks to the appetite of the industry. And I hope that everybody takes it as the encouraging note that it is to end the year on. I will share the Hollywood Reporter article in the comment section of this video, just in case you want to read a little bit more. Certainly keep an eye out for the script and for more stories from the industry. I will apparently be sharing news here now, in addition to regular advice. So be sure to subscribe and hopefully more soon. Bye.